Alright, welcome back to the part 2 of the shirt drafting video. Do well to subscribe to this channel, like and share this video. Thank you, and let's get to work.
So you can see this is where the back ended. So the 3 inches I'm going to put the two of them, join the two of them together. Make sure that they are equal here. So measure anything, all the measurements we are measuring is starting from here. Now the shoulder is 18 divided by 2. The shoulder is 18 divided by 2. Divided by 2, you have 9. I'm going to add ½ inch, that is 9.5 here from this line. 9.5, that's my shoulder. So this is my shoulder, and I'm going to slant it from the top, not from here, from the top. So I'm going to slant it with 2 inches. I'm going to slant it with 2 inches. I'm going to slant it with 2 inches. Now the neck, pay very close attention. The neck is 17. Now how do we get the neck? The neck is 17. The neck is 17. Divide it into 2. Divide 17 into 2. We have 8.5. Divide this into 2 again. We have 4.2. This 4.2 now. 4.2 now. Add ½ inch on it. 4.2 plus ½ inch is 4.7. Now you divide it into 2 again. Divide it into 2. We have 2.3. 2 3/4. Here. Now this is now where we are going to measure from this line. Measure to your 2 3/4. Here. This is your neckline. Just join this together. So I'm going to slant it from here. So this is my, now the slanting, I'm slanting the two of them together. So we're going to slant it. This is the shoulder slant. Now if it is for a woman, if it is for a lady, you can use 1.5 You can use 1.5, or in most cases 1, 2 if it is for a lady. Because their shoulder is not that broad to that of a man. So now I'm going to draw the front down. I'm going to draw it down to meet the allowance we had at the back, at the down part of it. This is it. The back is always longer than the front. So now we are going to fold this to be mark half inch here. So we are going to overlap this with this half inch. Make sure it is overlapped with this half inch here. It's overlapping with half inch. Fine and good. So this is the overlap. Now from here, now you can now take your shoulder measurement again. Retake your shoulder measurement. Our shoulder is 18. 18 divided by 2. Divided by 2 will give you 9, and we are having 9.5. So I'll from here measure the 9.5. The 9.5. So if I measure this, if I measure it straight, I'm having 9.1 here. So I'll come here and measure the 9.1 just to get a straight line. And I'm going to rule. This is your armhole line. This is your armhole line. Now to get your armhole depth, to get your armhole depth, you divide your chest into 4. To get your armhole length, you divide your chest into 4 minus with 2 inches if you want it to be fitted on the armhole. Or if you want it to be more loose, divide your chest into 4, you minus 1.5. You minus 1.5. In this case, I want it to be fitted on me. So our chest is 40. Our chest is 40. 40 divided by 4 will give us 10. Then that 10, I'm going to minus 2 inches, which is 8 on the dot. So I'm going to mark my 8 inches here. I'm going to mark my 8 inches here. Or better still, let me make it to be a bit loose. I minus 1.5 inches. So I'm going to use 8.5. 8.5 for my armhole. So I'm going to make a straight line. I'm going to make a straight line here. I'm going to make a straight line here. So here is the way I will measure my chest. Remember, our chest is 40, which is 10. 10. Now I'll measure it 40. Then I'll add half inch allowance. This half inch is so that you can, the shirt we are making is a kind of perfect shirt. the shirt, the ones you fold in, you're not weaving it, you're just sewing it inside. So with this, I have my curve. I can now measure my armhole. Make sure it's not too deep. To join this. So this is my armhole. So let's come to the down part of it. This side now. You know, this side there is a curve. The shirt is not always straight. It's always like a curve, like this. Now I'm going to measure. I'm going to come up with 2.5 inch or 3 inches. Okay, I will use 2.5 inch. I will use 2.5 inch. Then from here, I'm going to make a curve from here. To join here. So here now becomes my hip aspect. We use 10. We use 10 here. We use 10. So I'm going to add 1/2 inch to this one. Then this is 10. I'm going to make it 10.5. 10.5. Then I will add my 1/2 inch. I'll add my 1/2 inch. So this is where this thing will be. I'll push it down again. So now you come here. This is the waist part. This is the tummy part. I use 10 here, so I'm going to minus 1/2 inch, which is I'm going to make use of 9.5. 9.5 here. Then I will add the 1/2 inch sewing allowance, seam allowance. So this is, you can now connect this. You can now connect this to this. So yeah. Then our neck, to get our neck depth, this is our width. Sorry, our neck is 17. Sorry, 17. 17. We have 17, 8.5, divided by 2. We have 4.2 plus that 1/2 inch, which is 4.7. That is what I'm going to use as my depth. Now the depth is going to start from here. So I'm having 4.6 as this. So you can connect this. You can actually connect this to this now. So this now, okay, from here now you can now connect it to join here. Connect it to join here. So this is now our neck circumference. Now if we make it, if we divide it 17, I'm going to trim off this one. We are done with the shirt. See the curving. See how it is curved. Okay. Now back to this. I'm going to cut out this from like this. I'm going to cut it from here. Now you cut from here. Don't cut this one again. You've already cut it out. You can now cut it like this. Now if you measure it, if it is not complete like this, this is 17. It's 17, 8.5. So 17. So the round is 17. Now measure your armhole. Measure your armhole from here. To here. Make sure it is accurate. 9.7. 9.7. I'll just see that. 9.7.
Alright, this is actually what we're going to use to cut out the sleeve. Take note of that. So if you want to know more and learn how to make a corporate shirt from beginning to finishing, do well to chat us up with the number you've seen on the screen and indicate interest. We have a tutorial video from the beginning, from drafting to finishing. Everything you need to know about how to make shirts. Do well to contact us on this number you're seeing on the screen. Thank you and God bless you.